Hello and welcome to the Way Podcast. My name is Chris Pentecost.
I'm Michael Lavalley, and it's a journey to an unconventional life. And in the episode of today, we talk about AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Something that's been developing incredibly quickly, like the past year or two, I want to say. We went from, the little BS online regular chat bots that they would end up getting weird and racist after a while. Now we have stuff like ChatGPT that literally makes scripts for people.
Yes. Yeah. You can do a lot of things. I've been using ChatGPT myself.
You have?
Yes. I make it correct my blog article because I have a blog also on my experience through life and like how I started in real estate and how I got into the business and everything.
So would you say it made your life a lot easier?
Yes, because I know English, but I'm not
You're not perfect at it.
Yes. So I wrote all my article and I said then to ChatGPT correct and improve and find the title. And according to what I've wrote, it write me like an article all corrected and improve the words that I use are not very good sometimes. So it just like put the right verb sentence, verb tense.
Got you. It corrects the actual sentence structure that you have. Your words make sense, but it puts it in the right way to where it sounds like proper English.
Yes, exactly. So I've been using it for that. Also, I do some marketing also for some company, and for the video that we post on the different platform, I've used ChatGPT to make the description and the title and the hashtag and everything that needs to be done. I asked ChatGPT write me a description, title, and hashtag for a video who talks about this and that, and it write me a full description, full hashtag and everything. So
very cool. Well,
it's a time saver, I feel like.
Well, I'm the boomer in this sense where I'm glad that it does very well for you. I do not trust using it myself. I enjoy it for fun times. I'll make little skits. Sometimes I do actually use it for work. I ask it to make up podcast topic ideas, which is how we came up with a couple of the topics that we had. I'm not going to tell you, but a couple of them I did. But in that sense, I didn't really take it beyond just inspiring a couple of things. I never used it to the extent that you have, or to the extent that a lot of people have. In fact, there is another YouTuber, we call him a VTuber, that has entirely integrated his whole channel into AI. So from the video game picture to the actual icon of his reaction to what the reaction icon says, all that is generated by AI. Not one thing a person, only time a person is involved is to hit the button start.
Yeah. And
the rest of it's just all AI, and that kind of scares me because that makes me think that people can just make money by doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people will lose their job. I don't want to be bringing bad news, but
that is
it's just.
It was a very big inspiration for creativity and entertainment very recently because there was the Writers Guild strike, which affected a lot of shows and series and movies that were going on. But then a lot of series ended up adapting AI to make the scripts for them. It didn't turn out perfect every time, but it was excusable, and that's the scary part. It's there's someone that could get paid $20 to $30 an hour for the same work that someone did for free on AI.
Yeah, and AI took 1 minute. And
it only took a few minutes at the most, It's terrifying in that sense because I'm one who wants to get into the entertainment industry. I want to find my way in there. But if the only options I have are scan my face on a computer or hit a button for ChatGPT, I feel like that's not a future I want to get into.
Yeah, like you were telling, you wanted to be into the voice recording.
Yeah, I want to be a voice actor. All they have to do is record 35 lines from my voice. I bet you if we get popular somewhere and they find these videos, they could literally make an AI me that says some offhand shit.
Yeah, I saw a documentary on people writers or just scientific or whatever. They enter all the information into computers and then take a picture of all their body and all their face, like different emotion, and then it creates an AI of themselves, which bring me like think, will it be the secret of like eternal life, like being
You mean like
into-
downloading someone's intelligence, turning that into an AI and
Yes.
letting that live on?
Yes, because like those people make themselves an AI, so the AI have all the knowledge and like let's say somebody who write books. Well, they put all the books into the AI system,
Mhm.
so then the AI have access to all that information. Then they record this face, so he can be on the computer and answer the question of the people asking him question, like you know.
I think it's very possible that
Yes.
we could end up in a future where, honestly, humanity just gets replaced with AI, and,
Yes.
we won't even notice. I've already seen one thing that really scares me about it is I watch a YouTube series, and
Mhm.
I'm probably part of the problem for enjoying the content behind it. But it's a YouTube series where it's just it's called "The President's Playing Video Games." And they're not the actual people, but they use AI generated voices of Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, and they're just like playing Minecraft and bullshitting with each other.
Okay.
But it's not real, but it sounds just like them.
Yes.
You were convinced because it has the same inflections.
Yeah.
In some places you could tell it's a little bit off, but it's scarily accurate.
Yeah.
And on top of that, another thing to bash about the AI, because I think it would be very beneficial if you know how to use it and you know how to abuse the system with it.
Yeah, we need to adapt to in order like
But it's so
to
hard
not
to.
leave behind, like you know, it's
There's only so many spots on that bus, though.
yeah.
We have to jump on while we can. So this whole episode was made with AI. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine, bro. It could
AI
happen.
roller script.
It's straight up the thing that we're reading on the teleprompter right now. AI wrote that. Like we have a teleprompter. We're recording on a fucking iPhone right now. But yeah, it's I still think it's a very scary situation, and not because I'm afraid that I won't be able to adapt, but I'm afraid that there won't be any creativity anymore. No one's gonna think for themselves of any ideas. They're gonna.
But what if like it's bringing the best in us? Like what if we don't, like we can just use AI as a tool?
We could. That's definitely possible, but some people are not going to do that. Some people are going to abuse the system.
How do you mean that?
Just like the YouTuber I was talking about who replaced his entire channel with AI.
Yes.
He's abusing the system. He's not putting his opinion in there. He's letting the computer do it. He's not playing the video games. He's letting the computer do it.
Yeah, but I mean,
He's not moving on to bigger and
Yes.
better things. He's just sitting there and letting that be passive income. So that's
Yes.
good for him.
yes.
Bad for everybody else because he's mainly a kids-oriented channel. I believe it's called like Squizzy or Squiggy or something like that. But it's regardless, we're gonna get 1.5 million fanboys if we talk shit about him, even though he's not real.
Yeah.
He's not a real person, and you can have like VTubers who are real people behind the scenes, but it's totally different when you're just entirely talking to a screen. Like, for instance, the closest other thing they had to AI that was like older technology over in Disney World, they had a animatronic. It was an animatronic Mr. Potato Head, and it would react to the audience who was in the line.
Yes.
Like in real time. So he would point to a kid and be like, "Kid, what's your name?" And then it'd be like, "Aiden." He's like, "Aiden, you say?" Well, I couldn't hear that too well. He can like pull off his ear and shit. This is a robot, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, he's real time reacting to this. And this was
Yes.
like in 2015. I was shocked and appalled then.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I don't want to be in this world.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not at the same place as you. I think like AI could be good for humanity. Can be bad as well, but you know, I just try to focus on the positive. So, because if I start like thinking about what AI could be and what it could become, if I think it's all bad, like I won't sleep at night. You know. It's
Well,
just
then convince me. What other good tools could AI be used for? Because right now I'm scared shitless.
everything. Like it could change like the way we educate the kids nowadays. Like you know, school can be maybe removed because like they could like search the information they want or like have a program with AI and like here that's where maybe the teacher will lose their job because they will be replaced by AI. like there's multiple things like the factory, like all the dangerous job, like let's say construction.
Yes.
You could build like a 3D house and then have robo painter, everything. Like it will need supervision anyway from the human, but like that remove the risk of getting hurt by more manual work, if I can say.
Got you.
So like less people who get hurt and more,
But that
more safety in a way, but.
Okay, so in that sense,
And
yes.
the cars drive themselves, like
Tesla has AI,
Tesla has like a self-driving car. I believe there's other company also.
Yeah, there's like
who use that.
Mercedes who also have it.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Lincoln has it as well, where they have self-driving cars. But every time I see it in a practical setting like that, it does make me feel a lot better because these are just tools to
Yes.
help make our lives better. We're
Yes.
still being human at the end of the day.
Yes.
It's just the aspect of like how far can it go that really terrifies me.
Yeah.
It's like that aspect of Frankenstein. I don't know if I talked to you about this on camera before or not, but the Frankenstein's theory is we were so concentrated on whether we could, we didn't debate
Yeah,
whether we should.
Yes, you said that in the last video, I think.
I did?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, it still applies to this subject as
Yes.
well. It's like we're overstepping our boundaries in the sense that we've been overstepping our boundaries ever since we made like penicillin. We've been overstepping our boundaries, but we're finding useful ways to induct technology more and more into our lives. I'm just saying we still need to rely on good old basics.
Yeah,
'Cause-
okay.
Go ahead.
Big what?
Basics. Rely on basics. Like how to build a fire, how to build a home, how to fix things whenever they're broken instead of just going out and buying a new one.
But I mean, like nowadays, like you can check everything online. Like if something breaks, you can repair it yourself. I think you said that to me the other day. Like you
On
just,
how-to YouTubes, yeah.
So-
I mean, YouTube don't like how-tos very much, but they're incredibly useful.
Yeah.
They really are, because freaking the washing machine could break one day, and all I gotta do is look up the year, model, and what the problem is, and I'll find a how-to on how to fix it. Or I could ask AI how to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I think everything is possible. So.
Everything comes back
Like
around.
the information is so accessible, so that's why I'm kind of sometimes like putting in question like the system, the educatory system,
Education system.
education system, because it's so overrated, like it's overdated, and because now information is free everywhere, like YouTube you get free information, ChatGPT you can pay for the upgrade premium version, but like other than that it's free, but like it's so much knowledge that you can get from
And
internet.
in this sense, it's about to sound like I'm going to argue with you on that point, but I'm actually agreeing with you. In this sense, I found out that AI not only finds the information, but it has the potential to lie to you. Like it could give you the wrong information.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Whether it's on purpose or not, it's still a lie.
But it's been created by humans, so it's like a human, like humans lie
No.
sometimes. So.
Because it's created to base off the information that's given.
Yes.
Also based on the reaction to whatever was going on in the conversation. At least that's what I gauge off of a lot of AI. What I want to bring the point to is that educators do the same thing. They put their own personal opinions into it. They could not poison. They could change a kid's perspective on what a certain subject is just by teaching them different.
Yeah.
I felt completely different about the American Revolution when I was growing up because my teacher was British. And they were royalists, so they bashed America so hard for like not paying their taxes and all this sort of stuff. That teacher's not at that school anymore. I can assure you that. But it was still like jarring whenever I went to the next year and found out, oh, this is actually a really, really good thing for us. And I didn't realize it because I'd spent the previous year bashing America.
Yeah.
So on top of it being more humanistic in the way that it could lie or could hold the truth, it would, based on programming, could be told to be more truthful. So it is a tool in that sense where it's more reliable than people.
Yeah, depending on the fact we have, like, the past is the past, is just memory, so it's not like we don't know for sure it's just his story has been related, or again, it's a perception of somebody else, you know.
Yeah, history's kind of a joke in that sense because the victors tell the story. Whoever wins the war is the one who tells the story.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
so we don't really have like a say in what every aspect of what every perception of like history was. When Rome,
we can imagine, but it's just like by hearing story from people around the place, and now you make links together,
and our history only goes back so far. There's been humanity for, I want to say, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah.
And we have records from only up to like the past, I want to say like 18 centuries.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we have records for. Well, no, we have up to like the time of Jesus. But even then,
but before that, there was proof of like writing also.
Well, yeah, there's proof of life, but we don't know what those stories were. We don't know what was real, what was fake.
Yeah.
We're just finding it based on like archaeology, what we found in the dirt. And there's also been playing through history like the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah. What if those story is not from the past, but from the future?
Where's my tinfoil hat? We're getting into conspiracy territory right now. I mean, it is generally possible. There is an actual theory that says that life is cyclical for humanity, where we have a futuristic society that crumbles and collapses, and as a result gets lost to ancient time. We rebuild to an aspect where we found those ancient like readings, and we just collapse all over again because we get to the same point.
Yes, because history repeats itself. Like
a lot of people believe that as well. Yes.
So there was war before. There's war today, and there will be war. Like human doesn't really learn. That's kind of sad that we don't learn from our mistakes.
Well, we do learn. We just don't adapt that easily. Like there's aspects of like we just naturally have. Like we're naturally curious. We're naturally scared.
Yes.
We're naturally adaptable in the sense that of the general environment that we're in. But we can't change our DNA structure. We can't stop that curiosity whenever we want. We can't stop that fear.
Yeah.
A big fear that we all have is the fear of the unknown. Just not knowing either what's out there or what's in that ocean, what's in space.
Yeah.
But that also drives our curiosity. And those are things that we're always going to have.
Yeah, once you pass fear, I think that's where the real life is, because I don't think that, yes, you can be scared of like putting your hand on the fire because that's a legit fear, but like fear of the unknown, fear of the fire, fear of like space or things like that, I don't think that's legitimate fear, if I can say.
You never woke up in the middle of the night, looked in a dark corner in your room and saw somebody standing there?
Never. But I mean, when I was a kid, like I saw somebody pass in front of my bedroom, but then I thought it was my mom, so I didn't.
You didn't really care.
Case.
Yeah, that's fair.
I always been like very grounded. Like if I saw something, there's probably an explanation, and never like go into all those crazy thoughts that makes me think, oh, maybe there's a blah blah blah.
But the fact that so you work it out logically whenever it comes to that.
Yes.
That actually brings me back up to my last subject for AI, which is what defines a human? What defines humanity? If we can build an AI that is curious, fearful, and basically acts human, could we give that AI personhood?
Yes, I think AI have rights.
You would think the AI would have rights.
Yes, once they have a conscious, like that they like are aware that they are here and that they feel things, but they are not like human, but they know that. I think they should have rights.
I honestly full-heartedly agree with you on that. As long as they're not like a malevolent type of entity, I believe they do deserve personhood if they have a conscience and an opinion and something that's individualized to themselves, not based on programming from the creator. Then they deserve to have their own opinion. But people are so scared to talk about that subject because they're like, well, we can't consider that a person. I'm a person. He's a person. You're a person. That's not a person. Yeah. And they can't get over that. There was an AI program that was set up back in the 2000s, where it was two chat AIs that ended up talking to each other.
Yes.
And because they knew they were the only two in the entire world, they made their own language and started communicating in that language. It was undecipherable to man, so they shut down both AI systems because they then became unknown. They then became something that we feared because we had no idea where it was going.
Yes.
And we're scared that like it's going to be like a Terminator aspect or an iRobot aspect where like they just grow and take over the world underneath our noses without us knowing.
But I mean, it's already taking us. Like,
it's already taken
yes,
over.
it's like the time you spend on TikTok, the time you spend like it's all algorithm that know what you like to watch and that's what you like to consume, and so they just create the algorithm so you stay longer on those platforms. Mm-hmm. So like you're a prisoner or a slave of your phone.
Yeah, they already know
apps and everything. So.
And unless you're aware of it, it's gonna hook you regardless.
Yes.
I doom scroll all the time, and I don't even mean to. Sometimes I'll just be like, okay, I posted a video, and I start scrolling, and then I'm scrolling, and I'm still scrolling, and it's 2 hours later. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I gotta get stuff done, and I just forget. But you gotta be aware of it in order to actually change that.
Yes, that's for sure.
That actually brings up a movie I wanted to mention called, I believe it's called Chippy.
Okay.
It's a movie about a robot that has a human-like AI, but it starts from like baby sense. It has to grow its learnable knowledge.
Yes, yeah. I think that AI will grow faster than we think, maybe, because once it gets to a point, like it's exponential. Like technology is exponential, so it's just when will be the fall down. Will it be a fall down?
Where there be a fall down? Yeah, that's the real question right there. Yeah. We're going to continue on that technology subject on another episode.
Yes.
But do you think we're good for?
Yeah, I think.
Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
Like, comment, and subscribe, and
that's the basic stuff. I was going to do that at the end of the video, but yeah, exactly what he said.
Yep. On that, hope you have a good day.
Make sure to follow our socials. We now have been actively posting on TikTok. Yes. By the time you see this, we've probably been actively posting for like a week. So make sure to follow our socials if you want to keep updated, see some behind the scenes potentially.
Yes.
And we hope to see you in the next one. See you later.